Happy Monday. Welcome to On Call with China Doll, Reflex Radio in the building. Shout out to everybody that listens in locally, internationally. We love y'all. Download that Reflex Radio app. Go subscribe to the Reflex Radio YouTube as well as my YouTube, China Doll, and my Instagram and my TikTok, China underscore Doll 27. It's a new week. I hope everyone had a great weekend. And I'm excited because I have a new artist in the building. If you want to introduce yourself.
What up? It's your boy Touch Money Seas, aka Palm Skrilla. You already know what it is. 518, we in the building.
Okay. How was your weekend?
It was great. I went to the Bronx, linked up with the battle rapper Head Ice. Shout out to my man Head Ice.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to Mount Vernon yesterday for the this podcast, Men versus Women episode. So it was kind of dope. You know what I mean? Don't
That
turn
must
down
have
your
been
crown.
interesting.
Thank you.
The men versus women.
Yeah,
Topic.
it was definitely interesting. But I was dropping jewels on there. Wait till the episode come out. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh,
I was
okay.
really giving them game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm excited to hear that one. So are you into battle rap?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Who's your top three?
Goods, Head Ice, and Loaded Lux.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Dope.
Yes.
Yeah, because I like battle rap too. I'm actually excited for the jazz battle that's coming up.
Yes. I see people hyping it up. I want to see that.
Yes. All right. So I know I really appreciate you tapping in and watching and then reaching out. And I got to listen to your stuff a little bit. And just so everyone that listens in to get to know you a little bit more, I'm interested to know where the name came from.
Oh, okay. Well, I went by the name Caesar back in the day when I was younger because I used to get the Caesar brush cut. I used to have the waves and stuff.
Ah, okay.
So that was my favorite cut to get. Yeah, so everybody used to call me C's. And then my real name is Jordan. So I came up with JC's. But then when I turned 16, I was like, yeah, that name sounds too immature. Like, you know what I mean? I need like a...
Really?
Yeah, I
You
thought it
thought
was...
so?
Because I've been running with that name since like 11, 12 years old. So when I turned 15, 16, I'm like, I'm becoming a man. I'm like, I need something a little bit more mature or fly. So my cousin, Facebook name in the Bronx, his name was Touch Money Tess.
Oh, okay.
Like pre-test. So I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I was in the crib with my man. I was like, yo, that Touch Money name is fire that my cousin got. Like the first part of his name, Touch Money.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I low key want to change my name to that. But I was like, I already got C's. And I was like, yo, Caesar is fire to me. Like that name is always, it just sounds powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Caesar, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I wish there was a way you could put them together. Like, but nobody would jack Touch Money C's. As soon as I said it, he jacked it. He was like, yo, that's it. That sounds fly. That
It
sounds
flows.
like it's you. Yeah. He was like, yo, it sounds fancy. I was like, all right, so since 2009, I've been Touch Money C's. You know what I mean?
Did you tell your cousin first that he
No,
was helping on it?
I never told him until I did an interview and I sent it to him. And he was like, oh shit, that's dope. Because he go by something else now. I think that was just a phase in the Facebook names when Facebook pretty much first dropped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think it came out in 07, so we was on in 09. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, he
So
knows
he didn't
about
feel
it.
away.
No, he didn't feel no way. He actually
Good.
likes that I shout him out. That's why, because I keep it real. I'm always gonna shout him out and be like, yo, that's where I got the name from. I seen you have it. And I took the first part and added my part, and I was like, oh yeah, that's it. You know what I mean?
True. So do you come from a family that does music? Or just like a couple of you?
I mean, not really. People in my family really don't do music. I mean, I'm
Okay.
actually related to by marriage, only by marriage. I only met him like I think one time, but G Dep,
Oh.
he's actually my cousin by marriage. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah, so that's the closest I think I have.
What's the closest to music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and my uncle is Cowboy from the Furious Five.
Oh.
So that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
that's
that's
only
cool.
that's a little bit
Some
ties.
background. Okay.
My
So-
brother is Fred the Godson though. RP Fred the Godson. That's who I met, and really I met him in the Bronx, and we really hit it off. That's my boy, RP. That's my brother, you know what I mean? From another mother.
Facts. You know, they always looking down. I truly believe that.
Me too, yeah.
Interesting. So since you said that you had your first name since you were really young, What do you feel is like the exact moment that you know this is what you wanted to do?
Since I was literally 7 years old.
All
I was
right, then
born
was
in
there
nine.
like
Yeah,
mhm.
what you saying?
Was there like a specific day, right? Or like an event that you were like, "Oh, this is what I want for the rest of my life."
I think when I was in elementary school and they used to have these talent shows,
Okay, yeah.
and it's when I first started writing, playing around with music. I was just writing. I wasn't even like spitting it to people.
Mhm.
Like I used to write my raps on paper and showing to my
I
boys
think
and
people
shit.
still write their raps on paper.
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah,
way to
yeah.
do it. But I used to show them like read it, and then when a call after like 3 verses of people reading it, they was gasping like, "Yo, you need to start spitting it." But I was nervous about my delivery. So when I seen people at the talent show really like showcasing their stuff, I was like,
Mhm.
that's what kind of made me like, yeah, I got to start spitting it to people because maybe I can get up there. So
Wow.
it was elementary school, yeah. When I started seeing talent shows or like people playing around at the lunch table
Mhm.
and all that, and
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
that
yeah, I could
time.
probably fuck with this, and it was a way to express myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, do you even remember the type of music you were listening to then?
Yes, I remember when I was really young, like 7, 8 years old. My favorite rapper is Ludacris, just because he was
Okay.
so animated and so
Yeah.
cool. I thought he was the coolest ever. It made me want to get braids. I had braids for 2 seconds when I was little. You
Two
know what I mean?
seconds.
Like,
True.
so yeah, when I was
Ludacris,
watching,
the man.
yeah, I love him. Basically, you know what's crazy? What made me really like get into rap as far as stepping out in front of the camera
Mhm.
is when, truthfully, when I seen guys that look like me. Like if you see me behind the wall, that's Joel Santana. That's my literally my favorite artist ever. So like
Okay.
when I started getting into music, I feel like the nice like rappers were like either bald or dark skinned, and I
Paul.
feel like nah for real, and I feel like it was nobody really cool
Okay.
besides the R&B niggas that was like cool and light skinned to be a part of the culture. It's like seemed like
Mhm.
all the cool people was singers that was light skinned. And I was like, damn. So when I started seeing people like Ludacris, T.I., Jewels, people that look like me, that are like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
skinny, light skinned, Jewels is biracial like me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so um when I started seeing that, I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a place for me. Cause before I like when I first started, I didn't think there was a place. I'm like, damn, I can't be this nice lyrical rapper because what's cool is not what I look like. Like Tupac was cool at the time, DMX was cool at the
Yep.
time, Jadakiss, like you know what I mean, Michael Jordan, these bald, cool, dark
He's
skinned
bald.
guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, nobody gonna want to hear me, man. And then boom, uh Luda comes out, boom, Ti comes out, Jewels, people a little bit more edge, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Stack Bundles, Chinks Drugs. I'm like, yeah, these guys, all right, because they look like me a little bit, and they got the same type of sense of style, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And people jacket, and I jacket a lot. So
Do you think it's common that when people are young, they automatically feel if they are different, they're not going to be as successful as like other artists that are at that time? Because you
yeah,
made like a good statement, right? Like, oh, like they look like me. I feel like I can do it now, right? Because they're doing it. Is that like a big I would feel like that. Like that's a big thing people think about. Like, oh, if nobody is like me and they don't look like me or sound like me, I'm probably not gonna do good.
yeah, you're right. To answer your question, yes. Because especially back then, I feel like now it ain't really like that too much. It still exists, but like back
Hmm.
then, you didn't really see too much unless it was you only seen what was put in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when those guys started coming out, that's when I seen it, and I was like, all right, these guys look like me. I could do it. I feel like now with the internet and social media and blog posts and websites popping and everything popping, like
Hmm.
you can easily find somebody that look like you. Like if you're albino, there's good looking albino women. If you're really dark skinned, there's really good looking dark skinned women. If
Yeah.
you're really
Yeah.
light skinned, it's really you know what I'm saying? There's even girls with back in the day, like when I was young and immature and stupid, I didn't like I never made fun of them, but I didn't really like the girls with you know the skin disease. Like you ever seen it? It kind of looks
Oh,
like
with like the patches of different colors.
yeah,
I
you know
forget
what I
the name
mean?
of it. Yeah. Yeah.
But in 2025, you see supermodels. I'm like, yo, she looks good.
Beautiful too.
Even with the
Yeah.
patch, I feel like if you remove the patch, she would be ugly. Like that has to stay. Like she's working it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you can really find what looks like you
You made
And
sure to say I didn't make fun of them.
no, I didn't. I never make fun of nobody for how you look, because
No.
I got made fun of for being light skinned. So I would never make fun of
Really?
somebody. Yeah, I was really yellow when I was younger. I'm a little darker now, but
I mean, damn, I'm mad light skin.
you're a
This
girl
is a
though, so
fan.
you don't have to. It's not the same with girls and guys. Like you could be a light skinned girl and just blend in because everybody wants
Really?
you.
So what do you
But
think is the big stigma with being light skinned as a guy?
well, to be honest, I think it started before me and you were here with slavery when the white people put us in the house, and
Hmm.
when we were still slaves and we didn't ask to be there, but and we were still getting treated like slaves, but because we were in the house next to them and got, I guess, slightly better treatment, that right there I think was the seed of it, to where it's like,
Mm.
nah, I don't like you, think you better than, you know what I mean? And it's really like, nah, dude, I'm not, without you, like dark skinned people, it'd be no me. That's what I tell them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I need you to make me. If not, I'm something else. So I would never. I don't look at people for race and hate them. You know what I mean?
Same. I don't like that. I feel like everyone's human, right? We're all the same. We bleed
You
the
can't help
same.
how you got here too. I didn't be like, yo, listen, don't make me white, don't make me dark skin. I need to
Hmm.
be this shade before I got. I didn't ask God to do that. I just popped up,
Hmm.
woke up, and I was here. So, and that's how
Fact.
everybody is. So you should never treat somebody for what their pigment is. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely agree with that. Do you feel like where you grew up at has a place in that as well or no?
What do you mean? Like
Like where you're from
has a
with
place
being
in.
made fun of?
Yeah, hell yes. Connect is hard, man. This was labeled one of the most top dangerous cities in New York State at the time. This
Really?
is definitely,
Mm.
yeah. I was just some yellow dude in the hood.
Yellow is crazy.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I had it hard. I had to really prove myself. I done got jumped by mad dudes. Mad, I remember I was getting jumped every other week as a teenager, you know what I mean?
What?
Fighting dudes, yeah, jumping dudes back. It's just crazy. But I was able to survive through it
Hmm.
and learn from it. You know what I mean?
What would you say was probably one of the scariest moments out of that time? Because I don't
Being
care how anybody says like you could be tough and all that, right? But like there's always a moment where you're like literally scared, right? Like you
oh
could be
yeah,
like
when you
this can
see
go at
nine
any
niggas and it's just you and you're not a gorilla, you know what I'm saying? So you
mm,
can't take on 100 people. It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anybody gets scared. So I think when dudes try to jump me and it's mad at them, I think that was probably my most scariest moments, you know what I mean? Because I was younger. I think now as an
yeah.
adult wouldn't frighten me because I know how to maneuver through it, even
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's like 5 to 10 people, you know what I'm saying? But when you 15 and some of these people is 19, 20, you know what I mean? And you're looking like, oh shit,
Like
I'm
it's about to get
roadkill.
real.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
roadkill after this. But like J. Cole said, how you gonna jump me if my legs work?
There
I'm
you
out.
go.
I'll see you. I'll come back. You know what I'm saying? But in that
Do you
moment,
have
I'm out.
siblings? Or are you the only
Um,
child?
I have a sister, but we don't really talk. I have a half
Mhm.
sister. You know what I mean?
Mm, okay. But by yourself from your mom and your dad together.
What?
Meaning
You said
you're
yeah,
the only
no,
one from your mom and dad together.
yeah.
Got you. Okay. Um so what's one thing about your early grind people don't realize that it really took you to get through to where you
I
are
was
now?
born in 1994. I started
Damn,
rapping
I
in
feel
two.
old as hell.
Sorry, I didn't make you. I don't mean to
No,
sound
you
mad
good.
nostalgic, but
Mm,
when I started getting into music, like buying CDs at like 10 years old, getting CDs bought by my aunties and shit like that.
yeah.
I was like 10 years old. And then when I actually started rapping, it was like '06, '07. But it wasn't no social media. It wasn't no, you had to get CDs, you had to pull up on
This is what you were
people.
selling your stuff outside, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was selling CDs. I was paying for DVD placements. I was
Mm,
opening up for people. I was like standing outside the radio in rain sometimes. Like I was, you know what I mean? Because that was the only way to do it. You had to really get out there. Now it's a little bit easier. I could just be on the web and meet important people like you or like I mean
yeah.
other people in the media space.
And just network.
Yeah, but back then it was harder. So I think people got it a little bit easier now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but back then it felt impossible. But I felt like I was doing the impossible, so it felt good doing it. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because when you're really passionate about something, you're gonna go way and beyond for yourself, because nobody's gonna do that for you, right? Like, so if you got to be up at 5 a.m. to be standing outside that radio station to make sure you get to see them walking in to get at least a sentence in. That's what you're gonna do, you know. And
Right.
it's definitely changed since then. And I think the hustle factor in that aspect. But what would you say is like the hardest sacrifice you've had to make so far with your art up to this point?
I would say time and expenses. It really takes, and relationships. Like you'll gain relationships, but you'll lose a lot too. Like you'll see the
Mm.
funniness this game brings
Oh
out of
yeah.
people, and you know what I mean. I'm like, damn. Like if before we was all in this, we was all great. It was all good. You know what I mean? But so I think seeing that is probably the hardest, and then expenses and time. It takes a lot of time and footwork, and you know what I mean. You have to deal with a lot of attitudes. You have to deal with a lot of broken promises, but a lot of benefits come with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
People pay you for stuff. I've been booked for like interviews, shows, parties, you know what I mean? Bar
Oh,
mitzvahs,
okay.
all types of
Bar
stuff, man.
mitzvahs?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
How'd that go?
We out here. It was good. Came through, we did the song and was out. I didn't really stick around because it wasn't like a regular birthday party. So I was
Mhm.
literally only the entertainment. So I just came and did my
Oh,
song and out. They didn't really want me sticking around, but you know what I mean, I got paid, so it was cool.
interesting. Wow. I've never been to a bar mitzvah. I've always wanted to attend one.
Yeah, the little I seen, it was good.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Do you feel like that you've seen kind of different support from like people that you grew up with compared to strangers?
Yeah, strangers support me way more. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? We just met. You got me on your show. People would never do this here. You know what I mean? So I get
Really?
more, yeah, I get more support.
Mm.
I get a little support in my city. You know what I'm saying? Enough to where, and I appreciate all of those. But
Mhm.
what I feel like I should be getting, as far as the resume, not just because I feel I'm nice, as far as the
Yeah.
resume, like my resume is more appreciated other places. Like the facts that I got songs with Fred the Godson, I work with Vado, I work with Jada
Mhm.
Kiss, I work with Telly Zelly.
Fire.
And I mean, I'm doing this all independently. Thank you.
Mhm.
So people respect that more places, and they kind of treat me a little better other places. So yeah, I don't know why it's like that. I think it's a New York thing because when I step out of New York, people treated like gold, but here everybody's so mean, and it's only dividing us. You know what I'm saying? I think people's attitude in
Yeah.
New York is it was hard for me, so I'm gonna make it hard for you. But other places
Which
they
is
got like
terrible,
systems.
honestly, because I'm like,
Yeah, because when you step into different climates, they got
everyone
like
started on the
systems.
bottom.
Right, you go to a whole nother state, they got their own shit going on. You know who the
Mhm.
local artist is and the big artist is. Like everybody's like helping each other. They'll help you. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, come here." And I had
Mhm.
people giving me all types of gifts and letting me use studios and drive cars and all
Oh.
types of foreigns. And I'm like, wow, these people are really nice. And it's because they believe in the skill. But
Yeah.
people in New York will believe in the skill and still not even move about it. You know what I mean?
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a nigga in
It,
another state will risk his job to get you on the radio. Like, if it's hot to death like that to him, like, you know what? I'm gonna slip this in real quick and just they gotta hear this. It's fire. I'm telling you, I can get in trouble,
mhm.
but they not gonna get me in trouble if they like the record like I like it. In New York, nobody risking their job for you, man. They gonna tell you
They gotta
unless
pay
you
you
paying
in.
them, and even if you
Mhm.
pay them, they're gonna treat you like a lick. They're not even gonna give you the full benefits. They're gonna give you as minimal as possible to get the quick bread. Like they don't even treat it. You know what I mean? Videographers or DJs I link with, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I got money, but you treating me like, why you doing that? I'll pay you whatever you ask for, but like, come on, I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to build something. Don't just take my
Yeah.
money and run. But if that's what you want to do, you could do it. So
It'd be
yeah,
like that. It could just come down to certain individuals and the character. And people forget where they started from, and
exactly.
that's the part that never sits right with me, 'Cause everybody got to
Hmm.
hustle from somewhere. Have you ever like felt pressured to really like blow up quickly for yourself?
I think now I just turned 31, so I'm like,
Oh, you you young.
I know, but I got to. Time is rolling every day. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
father time won't wait for nobody. So I kind of want to do it while I'm still young and fresh. And then when I get older, I kind of want to pivot into other avenues. You know what I'm saying? So I just want
Mhm.
to still have my phone while I'm young. But I told myself when I turned 30, um, I'm like, yo, I gotta go hard. I gotta be on, so I can get on, make my mark,
Yeah.
and then you know what I mean, pivot in other ways, and really, because I could use my brain. I got a lot of dope ideas I can bring to the game besides rap. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So then that's two questions for me. So what is going hard look like for you?
I need to get myself more out there. I need to mingle with people. I need to approach people like yourself, whether it's in person or online. Like, yo, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a rapper. Like how I put upon you. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I like what you got going on. I'm a rapper. If you want to, you know what I'm saying? You told me what it was, had the steps to do it. And then I was like, all right, cool. That's it. You know what I mean? That's all I be asking for. You don't got to do no extra. You ain't got to be a
Yeah.
super fan of my music. It's cool. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But that's all I do be looking for. So
It does take that of like you putting yourself every day posting, networking, like it is a hustle.
more footwork,
Um,
being
hmm
places, you know what I'm saying? Shaking hands.
yeah,
You know what I
showing
mean?
face
Doing
and
features with
events.
people. Yeah. Getting people going up to people like, yo, follow me. Whether it's girls, guys, younger people, older people,
Yeah.
follow me. Not afraid to get laughed at, clown. Because I know we're in a everybody likes to tear each other down in this area. Well, just my people pretty much, because other races don't do it, but our race
Hmm.
kind of like is known for that. So you got to be afraid not to get laughed at. I go up to people in airports. I pass out my cards with my QR cards everywhere I go. This is how I
As
got
you
all my
should.
followers. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I've had people laugh at me. I've had people give
In
me
your face.
opportunities. Yeah. I've had women sit there and be like, oh, if you wanted our number, you could have just said that. And I said, yeah, if you look at the card, it's just a QR card. It's not my email. It's not my number. It's nothing personal. I'm just saying, check it out.
Shorty sound hurt.
A free listen. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
what?
But in that very same moment, another person seen that and she said, well, I'll take your card. And then they came back and was like, oh, my bad. I thought you was being a guy. I said, nah, I would have did that. I'm just trying to I'm asking for a free listen. I don't want no
People be
money
so
from you.
weird sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
you ain't got nobody obligated to give me nothing. I don't want no money, no coochie, just a free listen. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just check it. If
It
it's
still
whack,
works to hit the like, hit the follow, hit the share. It takes two
right.
seconds.
And
That's
just
it.
I just be asking for a listen. If you think it's whack, don't listen no more. But just listen once. And if you like it, come over here. It's not come to the seas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's cool over here. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
show love, I pull up on people, I do favors, you know what I'm saying? I do free shit, I'm
Mhm.
mad cool. So yeah, come over here. But if you don't like it, don't do it. And we can still be cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just give it a
Ooh, I
listen.
like
Give me
that.
give me that shot. The dude just want a shot sometimes, you know what I mean?
That's it. Right. And so when you stated that you have a lot of good ideas, right? And you want to do venture into different avenues outside of music, what does that look like for you?
Um, I definitely I want to go into acting. I've been flirting with the idea, being a stylist, cartoon writing. I think I
Oh,
got a good
cartoon writing.
yes, I got a whole bunch of stuff in my notes. I think I'll be very good, a cartoon voice actor and cartoon storyline writer. Um,
Okay. Do you do any voices?
I'm not really I can't do other people's voices, but I think like my voice on a show would be dope if I could play a character. But I would really more focus on writing the show and
Mhm.
being like a side character, like the guy in the deli or something that pops up
The
once in a
guy
while.
in
I want to
the
write,
talk.
you know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? I want to write a script for other people and get other people with good voices, like how you just said, like can you do a voice, like people that
Mhm.
can do other
Yeah.
voices and you know what I mean, blend them in. Like I think Boondocks,
I
Family
love
Guy,
Boondocks.
Ed and Eddie,
I
and
love F is for Family.
yeah.
South Park. That's all my shit.
South Park.
American
These
Dad.
shows are genius. Like, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
Like I be diving in, dissecting the behind the scenes stuff about and what goes into the
Bob's
stuff. And I'm like,
Burgers.
yes. I'm like, yo, these shows are nostalgic and classic. And even the newer shows are good. And I love it.
They really be the jokes for me. I'm like,
Right.
kids not gonna understand this joke.
That's what I'm saying. But it's good because you like it's a animated series, so you capture the kids' eyes, and then it'd be like kind of adult jokes, but they be
Mhm.
appropriate obviously because the
Yeah.
kids are watching. But it's some of them be like it's like preparing them for adults. Like these are gonna be the adult jokes, so you know it's
Yeah.
funny. Because I remember some of them jokes as kids, and I'd be like, "Oh snap, that was
Yeah.
hilarious," and
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that as a kid. I thought it was
Mhm.
slightly funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as an
Exactly.
adult, that's hilarious. You know what I mean? So
Nice.
I want
Okay.
to get into that industry.
And you said acting too, right?
Yes.
What type of acting?
I think I would do good in dramas, comedies, definitely action films. I want to do. You
Action.
know what I mean?
Okay. True. Have you thought about like creating your own little like series or movie?
Yeah, I definitely do all the time. I got a couple ideas written in my notes. I was a huge James Bond
James
fan
Bond.
growing up. You know what I mean? And I feel like we need a black version of that. So I've been flirting with the idea of coming out like that. Not exactly like the black James Bond, but just
Hmm.
like something in that realm. Like I feel like we need something that because he was the coolest. Like he was the smoothest dude. The girls liked him. He was tough, but
Yeah,
not
yeah,
rugged. You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay, that sounds super dope. Definitely don't hold back, dive in
Thank
all the
you.
way. You never know what could really come out of it. It just be that one person that like what you write about and there you go, doors open.
Thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
You're welcome. So who inspires you right now? Like an artist?
Like new era artists that's out right
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
I'm a big Jay Critch fan. I like Cap G. I like Comethazine. I like Rod Wave. I like Big X the Plug.
Mhm.
I like Peso Peso. I like Fabio Foreign. Um, Little TJ. Pop Smoke.
Mm. Okay. So a lot of people.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like them. They all inspire me.
I like it. So what's one lyrics of yours that you would say sums up your journey? If you can pick any lyrics from any one of your songs.
That sums up my whole journey.
Mhm.
Um,
I
that's
know
probably
it.
one of the most challenging questions I ever asked. Or ever got asked. Goodness gracious. If I had to think of one offhand, I would say I just want to play my CD and kick my rhymes, sit back, relax without being concerned with time. I want to have C's on the block while they leaving the block, give them a reason to cop while they fiends on the block. And you know what I mean? Like,
I can see why you would pick that
thank you so much. But
because it
I got
shows the
doper shit than
hustle of
that.
like you being out in the street
Yeah.
playing and you just want them to listen.
Yes. Exactly. Thank you
Mm.
so much.
I come prepared. I like my questions to be different
That
though.
was a good question, and now and that was just one lyric I thought of off top. Like, if I really gotta go back in my catalog and really listen for just in case I get asked a question like that again.
Yeah.
So that was dope. Thank you.
Yeah, it's more about, when people do music, it tends to come from their life and about them and what they experience. And you want the way it's gonna hit people is like stuff that they can relate to, right? So if you can really feel the emotion through the lyrics, it's gonna even hit more. So, do you say you have like a process to your writing, or you just
Um,
sit in whatever comes?
yeah, I usually sit with the beat. I let it talk to me, and then I just talk back. You know what I mean? Or when
Hmm.
I'm really like in writing mode, I just do it with no beat, and I just let the pen go. Whatever thoughts I'm going through, I just jot it down,
Hmm.
and whether I put that to a beat, or sometimes I stash it, or sometimes I take
Yeah.
lines from it. You know what I mean? But I like to just I'm a big writer. I used to write poems, little books. I love writing, like, you know what I mean, and typing. Anything to do with words.
And
English was
typing.
always my thing. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Have you ever thought about like publishing your little books on Amazon?
Yes, that's another thing I'm getting into. I definitely want to publish some books. I've been writing a little stuff. I definitely want to get with some people so they could tell me which like the proper steps to go about
Hmm.
it. But
What would you say your books like realm is for reading?
I think what I like to read.
Well, like for readers, for you, like what you write about. Like, what would you say is the genre, for lack of a better word?
Um, I think I would write like good romance novels, or like good like hood stories. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Or like just real stories. Like,
Who was that
cause
author? Was it Zane that did a lot of
who?
stories like that? Zane. I want to say Zane.
Zane. I gotta look
Is
into that.
yeah, like that love drama hood
Yeah.
toxic stories.
I would do those,
Don't
but
come for me, y'all, if I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm right.
but I would do definitely a wide range of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I definitely come from the hood, but I definitely experience a lot more than that. So I would like
Mhm.
write about like I would get intricate with it, like write about definitely school life as far as like being in school at the lunch table or like being at the food court at the mall or like
Definitely people
just
that can relate to that for sure.
yeah, normal stuff that go on. A lot of times we only see stuff one way. Like I would definitely give stories that somebody that ain't grow up in the hood could relate to. Because I've been through stuff that I could relate to people that haven't been in the hood too. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been in love. They probably been in love. We could talk about girls and what girls do and what they don't do. And you know what I mean?
What would you say is your advice when it comes to being in love and having that go side by side as being an artist?
Um, you can do both. Uh, you just gotta be mature and understand the balance and just respect each other and just, you know what I mean, include your partner in. You know what I mean?
Did
Like,
it ever have like conflicts for you?
yeah, back when I was in a relationship uh with my ex, she at first she had a problem with just the last part of the music part. Like she was cool with me doing the studio and loved me writing and
Okay.
doing features and the creative part of it. But when it comes to doing the videos and the shows, girls are involved. She didn't like it. But she realized later she learned to accept it because as I started including her in, like, yo, bro, you can come to the video shoot, see what we do.
That
So
was gonna be my next question. Like she wasn't there,
no, yeah,
watching.
you're invited. That's what I said. Come, don't just
Yeah.
knock it and be like, oh, this is disgusting. Come see what it's like. You know what I mean? Come see what we're doing. And then
Yeah.
after a while, she learned me and learned what I do and
Mhm.
learned the type of girls I like. And she said, oh, yeah, I don't have to worry. I know because I don't really like, I've only had two girlfriends in my life. I've never really been with a whore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've played around with
Wait,
them.
hold on. So at 31, you've only had two girlfriends.
Yeah.
How
So
long
anything,
was the relationships though?
one was 6 and one was 8. So anything in
Okay.
between that, after that, or before that was just a fling. Like I've
It
only
was
cuffed
just
two girls.
having
I've
fun.
I've been with
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
girls physically, but I've talked about like
A serious relationship.
yeah, only two. So she knows that because she was the second one.
Mm.
So she knows that I would never like not never because there's always anomalies and exceptions to the rule, but I really don't date girls that's in the same space as me. She knows the type of girls I date, and so they don't be here. So then it started prepping her like, all right, I gotta start watching other places because I know you don't go for the video girls. You know what I mean? You
Oh,
like the
okay,
girls
that's what
that
you mean.
I gotta
Okay.
watch the library girls and the PF Chang
The
girls
library
and
girls.
the girls that work at the restaurants. You know what I'm saying? The girls you
Yeah,
like, the
yeah,
little, you know what I mean? I know you
yeah,
don't like these girls. You're just using them, not using them, you're utilizing them
yeah, yeah.
to sell your art. You know what I mean? Just like all the other guys do, because I see how you are with them. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so then she ended up getting better with it.
yeah,
That's
way
that's
better.
good.
But still not liking it sometimes. It still came up, but it definitely wasn't as bad as the first time. It definitely
Mm.
shrunk a lot. So
8 years, that's a long time.
yeah.
Do you feel like it was hard? I don't know how long you've been separated now, but
Yeah, it was hard. I had to leave her. So
mm,
yeah, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I've only had two girlfriends. The first one left me. The second one I had to leave, but I was crying while I did it, but I had to let it go because it was just damaging to me. And you know how when you can see it in a person's eyes that they want to grow
yeah. Hmm.
and they're only not growing because they don't want to lose you, but they really want to do what the other girls is doing. Sometimes you got to let the butterfly go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't stop that. You could do that. It's okay. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Before you cheat on me or anything, because I never got cheated on by nobody I loved. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So my boys say I'm due for it, but
Oh my
so
God, they shouldn't be claiming that on you.
nah, it's good. You need to go through that as a man. You know what I mean?
Why you feel like you need to go through that?
Because I've been having my way. Like as far as like, and other guys go through that and it makes them better. You know what I mean? And I never really experienced that, but I usually catch it before it can go down. You know what I mean? So in that situation, I didn't, I'm not saying she was about to cheat on me, but she wanted to be free and do what the other girls do it, but she's like, damn, I'm in a relationship and I don't want him to do it. But I'm like, nah, I gotta be the one to leave you because you're not gonna leave me. So, and I know you want to do these things and I want you to be happy. You know what I mean? So I left. Because if you're gonna be here, I want you to want to be here and not want to do what the other girls are doing. So if I see it's killing you on
So
the
I think
inside,
it just depends on what the other stuff you're talking about, though.
so like if you're with me, right? If you have a boyfriend, there's certain stuff you can't do. Like you don't need to be
What
in
would
the
that look like, though? Or what would not be okay to do while you're in a relationship?
um as far as the club scene and drinking. For one, it's not safe to be drunk around other men. So
Okay.
she was Caribbean. So before I got with her, she was used to partying with her family and they would go out and stuff frequently.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't give people orders. I give people options. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you could do this, but it's gonna be stuff that comes with it or whatever. So I could tell that she wanted to go out frequently a lot, you know what I mean? But if you're with me, you can go out. You could be with your friends if it's
Mm-hmm.
occasions. But as far as every weekend in the club, if it's not business related, if it's not, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's no need to be. You can go, like I said,
Every weekend is a lot. I
yeah,
agree.
you know what I mean?
If
But
you're in a
in
relationship.
Caribbean culture, it's normal to be in a full blown relationship, committed, not cheating, and still party every weekend. So this was the clash. You know what I mean? And I know that now
Mm.
that I'm older, and I was seeing that, and I know that's the truth. But like that just don't align with me because if I'm not out for business, I rarely go out myself. But you don't have to be like that because I'm like that. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
rarely go out for personal use. Like for me to go out for just me, it
Mm-hmm.
has to be the birthday, a friend's birthday, or I'm celebrating something that cool happened. I'm like, yo, we go out. 80,
Okay.
85% of the time, 90% of the time, it's really for networking purposes to meet another artist, to get backstage,
Yeah.
to you know what I mean, to get a section, to make it look good. We're shooting a video there, something of that nature. So
So what if
she's
she went out and didn't drink?
no, it's not. It's just being in the atmosphere. It's like you
Mm.
know what I mean. It's like yo, we could do things together. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But she
So
wasn't doing those things. But I could just tell, like when your single friends are going out, and you know, you can see it in the person's face. It's like I want to do that, but I have a boyfriend, and I'm not the type to disrespect my man. You know what I mean? Which is good, which is I love. But it's like when I'm constantly seeing that, along with other stuff that we're clashing about, it's like yo, I gotta let her do what she want to do because I remember when you wasn't like that. I remember when you was cool when it was just us. You know what I mean? And now you know,
I mean, it is
social.
important though to do have your own time with your friends in while you're in a relationship. Like you should be having a guys' night, and the girls should be having a girls' night. Should it
Right,
be all the time? No, there should be balance.
right.
But you
But
do need.
when you're used to, when you come from a certain culture, when you're used to it all the time and you want
Mhm.
to do those things, and then social media is telling you, nah, do those things. They're pushing that on the radio, and it's like, nah, don't let him keep you confined. And it's like, yo, bro, we older now. You know what I mean?
What's the
It's not we're
difference
not
between
teens and 20s.
control
Like
and
we're
difference
30.
of respect?
Right. So, but
And as you get older, you do have to learn. I have to respect my partner to an extent, right? Like, there's no coming home at 4 a.m. or when the sun comes up. That's
right.
wild. Like, right? It's just a different, and if
Well,
you feel like,
to be honest, I've always lived alone. Like I've had my own crib since like 17, 18 years old. When I was
mhm,
with my first girlfriend, she lived with her parents. I lived alone. And then my second girlfriend, I lived alone. We moved in together for a year and then she ended up moving back with her parents and I lived alone again and I recommend that because
a year
living,
and then that's it. Like, all right,
that
go
was it.
back.
We tried, but we still were together after that, but we came
You
to the
don't think it was
conclusion.
odd after that?
No, because it gave me a chance to get my space because I have my own crib. You're at your mom's crib. You have to come over here because we can't be chilling over there.
Yeah.
So you can come over here all the time, but I just need my space. I can't live with you always around because of certain stuff. I'm very OCD. Females come with a lot of hair and a lot of like stuff cluttered everywhere. I'm a
It
minimalist.
depends on the female, though.
Just naturally, you guys come with a lot more maintenance than that
Yeah.
takes for me. You know what I mean?
So, do you
So
think that you're ever going to be able to live with a woman?
yeah, I just wasn't ready in my 20s. I think
Mm.
you need the time by yourself. I probably like when I get married, that's when I want to move in and then our name is on stuff and stuff. Other than that,
Oh, okay.
I need my own space. I want to pay my own bills. I don't want to be paying no girls' bills that's not my wife. I'm not from this clown era. So, you know what I mean? I'd rather pay my own.
Clown number is crazy.
For real. I'd rather pay 100% and focus. And all the millionaires say it to me. Focus on yourself, King. You're doing good. You live alone. Everything is in your name, from your car to your electric bill to your cable to your rent.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing with no girl. Don't let nobody mess it up. I love women, but I like looking at y'all from over here. She can't mess up my stuff. You know what I mean? She's beautiful, but if I bring over her, she's gonna mess
I
up my
mean,
life.
you know, it's the same vice versa though. Girls shouldn't be doing wifey things if that's not what it is, and the same as the other way around.
No, that's a fact. I
So-
don't mind that. They only went to their mother's crib because that's their situation. I don't mind if you
Mhm.
have your own crib. Like if I trust you and you wanna, we have that until we get married. That's cool. As long as you don't have men over there doing anything inappropriate, I'm not tripping. Like you can come
Mhm.
over there. We could be at each other's crib. Like we could
Mhm.
literally be at each other's crib from Monday through Friday, and then Saturday you get your breathing room. Or we could just take the weekends and then, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Vice versa, whatever, however we got to do it. But I'm down for the cause. It's just that we need our space until we are married. We could do the do. We could.
That's a
You know what I
good
mean?
way to think
We could
about
spend
it.
the night. You can come through. But as far as
Yeah.
like us living together and splitting stuff, you know what I mean? Not saying she has to do the rent or anything, but if you're the woman, you have to do something. So like if you're,
So
you know
do
what I
you
mean?
believe like that when you get married that you take care of the bigger ones and she'll take care of the little things?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll do all the like the paying bills. You just keep up on everything. So like I need like a partner. I already
Mm.
do 100% of everything by myself anyway. So I don't mind
Mhm.
doing that and having a little lady by my side. I need you to like be an asset. So like if I'm running around making the money,
Mhm.
I'll give you my card. Pay the bills for me. It's not your money. I'm making the money, but do it for me. Go
Just do
online
it.
and do the
Yeah.
tedious work. Do the laundry, cook the meal, vacuum the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dust down everything. Put my clothes on the bed. Make sure meal is prepped.
So very traditional.
I'm gonna take care of your necessities and luxuries. You know what I mean? But you got to do your part. You can't just be sitting there talking about I'm the table.
Just
It's
saying
like
that it's
nah.
crazy.
Just sitting there talking about I'm the table is
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
don't
get
know
out
how
of here.
women are like that, but
They do that.
yeah. Actually, we just had this conversation when I did the group of guys, and they were surprised, and I was like, "She should be cooking for you every day." What do you mean?
Right. Or even take on
They
a
were like,
bill
"What?"
once in a while. Like if it's my birthday month, cover everything. I cover everything 365 days a year.
Mhm.
Or 364. I'm asking for one day. You could just pay the rent this month, do everything, do
Yeah, yeah.
100% of everything for this 1 month, and then back I got you. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you should be able, because you're sitting there not having to spend no money because I'm covering your life. You should be able to stack some bread to be able to do that. I'm like, yeah, man, I got you this watch, this chain, and yeah, I got the bills for them. Go bug out. You know what I mean? You do everything. You make sure I don't have to
Mhm.
lift a finger. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I respect it.
but
True.
you can't be sitting there with a bad attitude talking about I'm the table and demanding things and thinking you something that you're not because you are the prize. Because a lot of this, men are the prize, women are the prize, you guys are the prize. But let me tell you something about that. If I win the race of 30 dudes and I come out number one, you know what
Mhm.
they have for me? A trophy and a nice little lady give it to me, right? If something happens to that trophy, or if that lady act up, you know what happens? They're gonna mail me a new trophy, the new girl come. The validation is the guy who won the race. I'm the champion. I don't want to be the prize. The prize is cool, but that's y'all thing. Let the women have that, but it don't mean that much. How y'all be
Mhm.
trying to rub it in dudes' faces. It's cool, yes. But the validation is the one dude that beat the 29 other people. You the guy, you the champion. Let them have the prize and do all that. You know what I mean? So just know your place
Interesting.
and be the prize and be the best thing that you be the best asset. But don't act like the trophy can't get mailed and a new girl don't come if you don't act. Stop. The champion is the dude. Respect men. They built this earth. Sorry, that wasn't to you. That was to ladies out there.
But I know
You
it's
know what
not
I mean?
me.
For real.
No,
Not the
but I hear
scumbags,
you.
the real men who take care of bills, not the guys
Mhm.
who leave their kids, not the guys who rape women, not the guys who put hands on women, not the
Yeah.
bozos. I'm talking about the guys who handle business. Respect men because these are the guys building the earth. Stop
Mhm.
laughing at 9 to 5ers, stop laughing at construction workers, and all these guys are the reason you're
And that'd be
able
hard
to,
work.
yeah, you know what I mean? Know
Mhm.
your place as a woman. It's okay. Me and you are not the same. You can't do things you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's okay.
I get that.
Stop complaining about double standards. Double standards save your life. If you talk to me crazy right now, I should not punch you in the face. Nobody's gonna think that's cool. No, for real. No words can make me punch you in the double standard. Just save your life, because if any other man talks to me crazy, we getting it on, whether I lose or I win.
Yeah.
But
And the
you,
thing is too, sadly, there's not a lot of men that follow that and
no,
think
you
it's cool
to be
to
hitting
do
women,
the
but
most
girls shouldn't
and
be
hit women.
complaining about double standards when it's cool for them, because double standards literally save your life. If I seen a guy hitting a woman for some words or anything, I'm jumping in. The only time I would not jump in is if she's attacking him, because my grandmother told me if she puts you in a position where it's you or her, you better choose you every time. Meaning that
Well, I always say that. I believe
if
that
she puts you in a corner and every time I move, you keep going this way, China, and I keep going this way, and you're swinging at me, you got a knife, and you're like beating me. Grandma said, "Don't die for no bitch, and do what you got to do. Chose
No, I
you
do
every
agree with
time.
that.
But no words, don't hit them. Even if you hit me, walk away, run away. But if you're beating me in a corner, oh no, you a man today, mommy."
Yeah, I always say that. Like you quick to
Grandma
put
said
hands
it's
on a guy,
okay.
you better be quick to get hit right back. Like you should have. Nobody should be putting hands on each other.
I
That's
believe in just
OD
attacking,
disrespectful.
beating. Like if she hits you, I believe you're a man. You could pulverize her, bro. Run
Even
away.
still, like I don't
Hey,
agree
yeah, I
with
know, but you could swallow your pride for a woman here. But I'm talking about I'm from the hood. Girls will back you in a corner and be like, "What, nigga?"
I
and
believe it.
swing knives and you know what I mean? And every time you try to run, it's like you ain't going nowhere. You're not leaving this house. And it's like, grandma said it's okay to knock you out.
It's okay to knock
when you
out.
do that. Other than that, never. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you feel the music differs from upstate to the city?
Really, but not really. Same shit, different toilet. Like it's just different hoods.
You think
It's
it's the
just
same sound?
yeah. I mean, I grew up in kind of both. So I have family ties in the Bronx. So I actually used to live out there, and then but I mainly lived in upstate. But like every summer, I used to go there and like winter breaks and everything. And it's kind of the same thing. It's just a little bit more fast paced in the city, but it's the kind of same ghetto, same mixed people. Everybody, black people traumatized. Don't nobody talk to nobody. Everybody don't want to work together, staying away from each other. When we could take over the world if we just think about it. When black people use their brains, history books change. Peanut butter gets invented or some wild. See what I'm saying? When black people use their brains and stick together, but we don't like doing that. Black excellence it's only on 3 pages in the history
Sadly,
class. You know what I mean?
I think just the human generation, a lot of people don't like working together, and
right,
it's sad, right? Like
so from
I
the
think
Bronx to
we'd be
upstate,
so
you see
much
both.
farther in the greatness that we could be doing if people just come together more.
Right.
But not everybody feels that way. So okay. And do you think that your story, right? Not that we got your full story, but do you think that your story can really inspire the next kid that's growing up in your city right now and wanting to do music?
Yes, that's exactly what I do it for. For like the little kid that went to the same high school as me. And if I get on, yo, this is C's locker, like, you know what I mean? Or
Oh,
C's used to be in this basketball gym.
yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cause I grew up mixed, you know what I mean? From a black mom, Puerto Rican dad. So I know what it's like to be an outcast. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to be hated on. I know what it's like to be people knock it. Because it wasn't as fluent as it is in this era, like where everybody's
Now
rapping.
it's normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before people was like, "Oh no, you never gonna. This shit is impossible. You chasing a fairy tale." But now it's the same people rapping in this era. But I remember in 07, these same people told me like, "Nah," and I was a young guy doing it, and I still pursued through it. So yeah, I think my story can definitely help the next person here, and that's what I'm doing it for.
Good. And what did your parents say growing up? You doing it?
Well, I didn't know my birth father growing up,
Mm.
so I was with my mom, and she really didn't like me rapping. She really didn't encourage me like that. I used to try to get her to listen, come to the studio, get certain things. She didn't really get into it for years, you know what I mean? And then we eventually stopped speaking. But I remember before we did stop speaking, she didn't really notice it until it was a thing. Like her homegirls would sound like, "Yeah, your son was in the front page of the paper," or like, you know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah.
"He did this video, you seen it?" And then she'll check it out. She'll be like, "Wow." And then that's when I was getting a little compliments like, "Yo, you doing all this by yourself, or how you making all this happen?" Like this is kind of cool. You know what I mean? So
Did she ever explain to you why she wasn't really into it?
Nah, I just think it was a different time then. I think parents were more stricter. I think every we're dealing with more trauma. There wasn't a lot of outlets to talk. So my mom was 19 when she had me, and
Okay.
not defending what she did at all. But one thing I did realize after we haven't spoken so long is that um her parents were bad to her. Not that that
That's
excuses
what tends to
anything,
happen.
but
No, but it's a fact
yeah,
though.
but
It does play a part.
that's what it was explaining a lot of things when I was talking to other people in my family. I'm like, oh, okay, they was like, yeah, she was, but that's what they were like bugged out. Like, why is she treating you like that? Because they used to do her dirty. She was like,
Because sometimes it's hard for people to come out of that trauma, right? Like that's what they're used to, and they don't realize themselves that they're continuing that same behavior instead of breaking the generational cycle.
yeah,
Um, and therapy wasn't really big then. It wasn't like a thing people would do to better themselves. So how would they really know how to be better? It
right.
it's sad, but it's true. And so you're speaking now or no?
Nah, I've
Mm.
been by myself since I moved out. You know what I mean? Which was
Mm.
at like 17. So ever since I had my own apartment, I just been doing my own thing.
You haven't spoke to her since then?
No, she said get out, and I left.
I mean, my dad said get out too,
But this was
but
like, man, this is I've been getting kicked out since I was 13. You know what I mean? I had to sleep
mm,
outside. I've slept on people's couches. I slept outside. I slept in hospital lobbies. I caught pneumonia from sleeping in abandoned cribs.
what?
So when she did that, I was like, this is the last time. I looked her in the eye and told her this is the last time you're gonna kick me out. And I'm gonna get my stuff together and I'm gonna get my own shit. And I just did it. You know what I mean?
Wow. I mean, I know how that is because I left when I was 17 too. Um,
But I begged to stay. I really tried. Like for years, I said, "Yo, I don't like leave the man that's abusing me." I said, "Yo, I
yeah,
want to make this work." You're my mom. You're the only person I have. I don't know who my real father is. So,
yeah.
but I can't. Once you say no, and then you got this dude still here beating on me and shit. I'm like, I'm out. And then he can't do it no more because I'm old now. So now he's just like threats and little gay stuff.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I'm not 9 years
okay.
old where you could beat the shit out of me. So
Yeah, it's different now.
when you threaten with a text, I'm telling you to come do it now. I'm 17, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, this is gonna get bad. So I had to bounce, you know what I mean? But it
I
was
mean,
all
yeah, you
good
have
when
to
I
do what's better for your mental.
yeah. When I was 11 though, it was cool to beat the shit out of me. So that's why you just gotta just
Mm.
get yourself right. That's why I was like, yo, I'm gonna get my stuff together and I'm gonna just and I had a crib ever since. I've never been evicted. I've never been, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
When I had to crib my ex and we decided we can't live together, I had moved out and got a roommate for 4 months. That was the only time I had a roommate.
Hmm.
And then I got my own apartment again and then just always had my crib since. So but
Well,
because I went
definitely.
oh
Hmm.
god. But
No, no, good.
because I went through that early, I knew I was never gonna be homeless again. Like when I in my late
I was
teens
gonna
when I
say
got the
that. Yeah,
crib, I was like, yo, I would never ever catch pneumonia again. It was the most scariest shit. So
I can imagine.
it teaches you how to pay bills first, like you know what I mean, and
Hmm.
responsibilities and what comes and what's more important duty. So like anytime anybody sees me flex or be like, yo, this nigga be having that shit on or doing it, always know my bills is 110% paid first and
But
then the
as you
flex
should be
comes.
able to,
No, a lot of people don't do that this era, China.
be
They
happy
worried
about
about the
what you
flex.
got,
They'll
right?
put the bills on the back burner for the flex. I've always been bills first, then flex. You know what I mean?
As you
So
should. But I think people automatically want to always judge and make comments, and it's like a lot of them don't even know where you come from or how hard it was to even get to the point you are right now. And
so
you should be able to be excited about it, and people just support it.
thank
So,
you. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Growing up
mhm.
poor is the best. I used to hate it, but now I'm
It
like, yo,
teaches
these
you a
are the
lot of
better.
life lessons
The poor
early.
kids that are successful now are the better people. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I used to hate it when I'm like, yo, why can I didn't ask to be here? Why can't I be here? My shit be right like everybody else. Everybody walking around, they're not hungry as me. They're
Mhm.
not as dirty as me. They got better stuff on. They got better situations with their mom. Their house is better. But now I'm like, oh, this is why I'm fire now. This is why you walk around with money and you could do things because you know how to, you know what I mean? You know what it's like to not have. These kids always been
Exactly.
spoon fed, so they call everybody broke and they disrespect everybody. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? It's whack.
Wow. I think that should be your first book.
Thank you. I think I should
Entitled
do
that "The Art of the Come Up."
The Art of the Come Up. I
Mhm.
like that. Thank you. I think I gotta write that down. I'm definitely gonna use that.
Because it's a good story. So, and I
Thank you.
appreciate you sharing that.
No problem.
Last question. So, if someone gave you $1 million tomorrow for music, what's the first thing you're doing?
I have to invest it in the music first, like strictly in the music, or they're just giving me and saying, do your music, and I could do it how I want to do it.
Do it how you want to do it.
The first thing I'm doing is setting myself up to where if music don't work, I'm gonna have good. So the first thing I'm gonna do is snatch stuff that makes money for itself. I'll get myself a liquor store, a gas station, laundromat. I'll start getting little franchises, sticking them places, and then probably get like 3 or 4 or whatever I can afford. I won't overdo it. I'll probably sit with somebody and be like, yo, what's the best first 2 to get? And then the rest is going straight into the brand. I'm licensing everything. I'm doing features. I'm getting clothing. I'm getting merch. I'm setting up tours. I'm buying my way into blog posts, and I'll just push myself into artist. And while the other stuff is making me money,
It's generating.
yes, you know what I'm saying. And I'll keep building, and so the machine could just work itself. You know what I mean?
Dope. Yeah.
So I
Dope.
learned that from watching 50's book. Like when he got in the game, he didn't go get a mansion. He stayed in his $800 apartment. He didn't go
That's
fuck.
smart.
He didn't have mad hoes on tour. He took his baby mom because he wanted to stay focused. He's like, yo, anytime I get horny, I could just hit this. You know what I mean? For real, it gives you a level of this, but that's how you got to do it though. This man is a
Yeah.
genius. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes need dick control, and you know what I mean? For real, you could be the greatest man in the world doing that. So that's the first thing I would do. I would set myself up so I could be good without the music. Give me a couple chain
Interesting.
of restaurants. Ross is good for doing it too. You see, I got 50 million wing stops.
Yeah,
He
it's
could put
insane.
out the last couple albums he put out ain't been selling that good, but he has money like they.
Oh, I think he might have got a call or something. I think we lost him. But we're at the end. Super dope. I know you're gonna listen to this back. I really appreciate you hopping on. Appreciate everyone that listened in. Share it up after it gets posted. It's up on that Reflex Radio. Make sure you download that Reflex Radio app. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to China Doll on YouTube and my Instagram and my TikTok, China_Doll27. Thank you for tuning in always. And look out for the next episode. I hope y'all have a good night.